Hey everybody, this is Rich. I use the he, him pronouns. You're watching my YouTube channel, where I play amazing tabletop role-playing games with friends. This is part of Star Wars Saturdays, an ongoing anthology campaign of tabletop RPGs, where I pick a different RPG system every month, offer it up to the wonderful folks on the Gauntlet community, and then they gather together, we make characters, and tell a story. Uh, Usually it's 3 to 5 sessions. This month, which is March of 2021, we are continuing some playtesting of Plutonian Shore, which is a game in development from Cloven Games, which we'll find out more about in just a few moments. In the first or the opening session, one of the things I love about Plutonian Shores is that you start off with a job that you're already doing. And the job is to shut down a malfunctioning ex-military bot endangering civilians on a remote mining planet outpost, which we named Proc or Prac. And you guys went off to do that thing. You took the Belden Might, which is your freighter, your starship, and headed out that way. The Belden Might's an old military hulk salvaged from the junk belt. She does the job, but she is not beautiful. You ran into a number of buzz droids, which are Clone Wars era military bots built for sabotaging, drilling in, and only by the pure skill of a couple of members of the crew did you make it away from that fight. And we ended the session with the Belden Might landing on Proc, and you guys were aware of the military droid, that it is a Clone Wars era strategy droid, which evidently has walked itself into the mine. So that is a Beshtech mine, just as a reminder. So let's go around the horn and remind ourselves of our PCs. Let's start from the left, heading towards the right, which means Alexi, please go first.
Hey, so I'm Alexi Sargent, he, him. You can follow all of my gaming endeavors at Cloven Pine Games. I am the designer of Plutonian Shore, and I'm really excited to be getting to participate as a player in this series. My character is Zyrus Drant, the Fallen. He is a former Mandalorian bounty hunter, now unmasked and unmoored and figuring out what new way he could find forward. And on the ship, his roles are enforcer and medic. So he's tough. He also can, patch people up when the occasion arises.
Thank you so much, Alexi. And next up is Greg. Please introduce yourself. Tell us about your character.
Hey, I'm Greg. I use the he, him pronouns. So does my character, Pack Creech. Pack is a Gran. They're the three-eyeballed alien. In the Dark Forces video game, they throw thermal detonators at you all the time. But Pack is an ex-ISB agent. He used to work on Coruscant. He was undercover. He had a Porg truck until it exploded from a thermal detonator, actually. And Pack has a cybernetic arm now, took the insurance payment, probably most of his retirement, bought this Belden Might ship, and has assembled this crew. He is the captain and still the cook. Last time, Pack and Orana were able to sort of guide the Belden Might down onto the surface and avoid the cloud of these buzz droids. It was exciting.
Keith, you're up. Introduce yourself. Tell us about your character.
Keith Stetson, use the he, him pronouns, and I am playing Sathron Gov, the savior of the galaxy. Although that's not my playbook name, I'm the neophyte, the wide-eyed young boy who's looking at everything in awe. And I do believe that I'm the key to overthrowing Warlord Zinj in this sector. My special power is psychometry, yeah. I can tell things by touching objects, and that is what put me on the outside of my home planet of Kifu. I stowed away in the Belden Might and have been having adventures with this motley crew since then. And in the last episode, I definitely felt like the eyes of the buzz droids were pointed at me, and some strange things happened that I'm excited to see unfold in this session.
Thank you much, Keith. And last but certainly not least, Kai.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kai. Today, I am playing Orana Besh. She is a prodigal. She has a strained relationship with her family. She's very rebellious. She was a TIE fighter pilot at one point. And now she is the pilot and negotiator for the Belden Might. And yeah, that's where I'm at.
All right. As I said during the lead up, the Belden Might has just landed on the poor beset mining colony, which did reach out for help. That is the reason that you guys are here. Now, as a quick update on the ship advancement tab, I have renamed the 4 factions. You're currently working this job for the mining oligarchy. The other 3 factions are Zinj's Empire, the New Republic, and the Intergalactic Banking Clan. Because I thought about doing the Tech Union, but then I found a meme about the Tech Union that made me laugh a lot, and I couldn't take them seriously ever again. That was literally while researching what other factions could I have, and the Tech Union unfortunately was cast out. They lost during the Clone Wars anyway. But the Intergalactic Banking Clan, as we know from real life, bankers always come out on top, guys. Even when they don't, somehow they do. So you have landed the Belden Might on a area that's, I'm going to say it's like several miles from the biodome where the mining colony does most of their work. This is it's a planetoid. It does not have very breathable oxygen, so best to have vac suits or some other method to keep from having to walk out exposed to space. You have landed. You do not believe that the buzz droids have detected you. You do see them almost like a cloud, like a dark cloud for a storm, hovering over the mining colony, the Beshtek mining colony. That biodome sits there quietly. A few warning lights flashing. What do you wish to do?
I want to go check on the suits. What'll get us from the ship to the dome. So I'm heading down to costuming.
Awesome. So Orada, you head down, check your vac suit, and it's in good shape. Is anybody else there? I mean, this would be a perfect opportunity for a quick scene if anybody wanted to do something along there.
Yeah, obviously Xyrus is double checking all of the vac suits, make sure nobody's going to be suffocating on this mission, because you can't have that.
Right.
So Orana, you see Xyrus is there. You guys have had a few victories, and now you've still got to finish up the mission.
Spotted your family's big sign on this planet.
Yeah, like I said before, it's not something that I want to help them. I do want to help these people. Don't think I don't. It's just I didn't have a choice. But luckily, the choice I would have made would be to help them. So
Very fortunate that your family's interests and this cruise didn't happen to diverge today.
the more I fly with you, the more I fight with you, the more I eat at that table with you, the more I know that I would choose us over them.
Zyrus nods like he's noting this, but he'll believe it when he sees it.
Right.
Orana, are you trying to turn on the charm with Cyrus here?
Kinda. I'm kind of shitty at it, but I was trying. What would that
Awesome.
look like?
Let's see how that goes. So when you turn on the charm to sway someone susceptible, so just to check in, Alexi, is Cyrus susceptible to this?
Yeah, he wants to be able to trust the crew. He's just not sure about Orana.
Fair. Cool. Then you get
So
to
let's see how
roll
this
plus warm.
On a hit. Okay, yeah. All right. So my warm is a 2. And I'll go to the roll with me.
What's this? I don't think I'm very. You're really good at this.
As a role player, not as a character.
It's not true. You're great.
All right. So 2d6 plus 2. And I will name it charm. And the dice say.
Whoa, boxcars. So as a result of that 10 plus, on a hit, you soften their attitude and get an opportunity. PCs who let you sway them take advantage to follow through. Nice.
Yeah. So I'll like listen to this from Orana. Give the nod, and then see the suit she's picking out, and I'll say, that's strictly a backup. Look, you want this one, right? And then hand her the better option from among our our vac suits, which is as close to open affection as Zyrus shows much of the time.
I assume this was your suit.
You probably should look your best if you're going to be negotiating for us, don't you think?
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Don't mention it.
Captain. And by captain, I mean Pat Creech. Orana and Cyrus are obviously going out. What about you and Saf?
I was gonna say, I think Pack, Saf is a relatively recent addition to the crew, since they sort of forced themselves into the crew, and so Pack probably wants to check, either somebody has to stay with the ship, or we have to see if Saf is going to be good to go. We have a previous job though, right? When we got Tui. Okay.
But I'm
So,
thinking
yeah.
this is probably the first time that it's possible the excrement might hit the air conditioning with a military droid and those
Exactly.
buzz bots coming around, that you got to make sure that I'm ready in case anything happens.
Where is Saf in the ship?
So I was in, I believe, the med bay last, kind of meditating to shut down what I feel like was my aura that might have been attracting the bots. So I think probably I would have stayed there, barring anyone else pushing the object at rest in a different direction.
Yeah. And I think so Pack hits the door. It's not like normal Star Wars where the door is just open, or Star Trek where the door is just open. There's buttons on this old ship. Hits the button and the door, maybe that pulls you out of your meditation.
Oh,
and
I realized, I was thinking after the last game that I wanted to call Pack a nickname like Cap, but I realized Captain is not his main title. And I was trying to think if there's a shortening for Cook, an affectionate name for that. And I couldn't think of one.
You can lengthen it to Cookie.
Yeah, that's what I was the only one I came up with. And I'm like, that feels old Westy, but I don't know how Pack feels about it.
yeah, there is
Right.
Chef.
Would that be an appropriately respectful term?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, Chef. Oh my goodness. I was really deeply into that meditation. Cyrus knows what he's doing.
Cyrus usually does. You ever done any zero G work? And Pac has a back suit with him for you.
I'm trying to think if I've ever seen zero G in Star Wars at all. Like the physics are so optional. But
Low
no.
G, actually, because
Yeah.
we're on planetary,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Low G.
it's low G.
Low G
Think
work.
moon G is what I'm thinking.
Oh gosh, I think I would dissemble a little bit. Like, no, I can't. I have to be straightforward with you. Like, no, chef, I haven't.
Okay.
And like, definitely the face kind of falls as they realize like they may have just opted myself out of something interesting, but I gotta tell the truth.
And Pac also has like a blaster pistol with him. Have you ever fired one of these? He puts it on the table.
No, but I fired and kind of gesture at the giant turret from last episode. I'm sure I could pick up that one. Doesn't look nearly as complex, chef.
At the what from last episode?
The turret that they were using to blow at the
right. Yeah. You're 1 in a million shot.
Yeah.
Huh. So you're better with the ship blasters. Yeah. It works pretty much the same. And then I think Pac he pulls out his organic arm, right? And he turns over his arm, and he's got like these markings on the inside of his forearm, like they're like claw marks. And he's like, whatever happens out there in the low G, you have to stay with the rest of us, especially if this is your first time. This is what happens when you don't. And I'm gonna try and trigger my my battle scars move.
Ooh.
Which is when I bond with someone by sharing how you got a scar, roll plus warm. And this helps clear Sathran's conditions. If it works.
Oh, nice.
Or you get totally spooked out by my scars, I think. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, don't get the 6-. That looks less than ideal for everyone involved.
It's not a zero possibility, but okay. And I think just to add a little more fiction here, Pac tells you about it's this time in the underbelly of Coruscant where he was supposed to stick with his and he maybe hesitates a little bit there because he's about to divulge that he's an ex-ISB agent, but he's like my team got separated from them and had a run-in with oh shoot, I always forget their name. What's the tentacle monster from Force?
Oh,
Rathtar. Yeah, had a run-in with the Rathtar. All right, here we go. Rolling.
Hey,
That's a 12. Boom. A Raptor. Yeah. If it hadn't been for the rest of my team pulling me out of there, I wouldn't have survived.
And with a 10 plus.
Oh,
let's
yes.
see.
On a 10 plus, we can both clear a condition. I have no conditions.
okay.
And then
Can
yeah,
unmark up to 2
Up to 2.
conditions. Just to check in, is that up to 2 mean like they can each do 2, or it's 2 conditions can be unmarked?
It's meant to be
guys
each.
divvy up.
It's meant to be even more powerful than the basic touch.
Wow. Okay.
Nice.
yeah.
I know you would have my back, and whatever happens out there, I'm gonna have yours. And I kind of reach out, and you had said you pulled your sleeve up to show the scars.
Yeah. It's my sleeve. It's
So
on
I think
my
kind of like
forearm.
pull it back down and give like the reassuring pat on the shoulder. Oh, I got to do this. and then comes in for like a hug. And I mean, if Pack's cool with that, if he backs away, then we don't do the hug.
Mhm.
But I think I end up touching the bionic arm, which
I'm into that. Yeah.
yeah, given my abilities, I don't know what happens with that, but I think there is a touch the strange or something, like touch the void.
Touch the void. That sounds great and a terrible idea. Please do it.
Great and terrible.
What do you want from the void? Do you want to understand this better? Do you want to know more about that particular time?
Not in a nosy way.
This might
Uh-huh.
totally flip your trust attention.
Oh no. Yeah, I guess it could.
Certainly could.
I want to know how to protect Pack better. Like if this is going to affect how he operates out there or anything, like I've got to have his back, and I'm hoping this will give me more information. As a character, as a player, as a character, I have no idea what's happening. So let's see if I can do this quick roll at the top.
Let's see if I can get the the character keeper up from the old Hut Cartel game.
All right. Not fantastic there, but 7-9.
A Zeben. Okay. On a hit, you can channel an uncanny power of the void to reshape your environment or extend your senses. Extend your senses feels right. 7 to 9, you'll need to keep together to avoid going too far. So let's see that, and then we'll roll forward. So let's see your keep together.
The keep together part. Okay.
You'll be rolling plus edge.
Edge, which I am in a very good place for right now.
Yeah, you got
You're
3
rolling.
edge.
Nothing but edge. All right, keeping it together with a 10.
Okay, keep it together. Cool. And on a 10 plus, you're in the clear and gain insight. You can ask me a question to get an honest answer. But that's an interesting 1-2 punch, like touching the void to get info, keeping together with a 10 plus and getting another question. I'll roll forward, and maybe that's a follow question. Feels right. I think the first thing you see is something that looks a little bit like this. A mini tentacled giant fang-mouthed thing that moves like lightning, and we see it chasing after Pack Creerch and others. What are some other folks in your little party in that memory, Pack Creerch?
Well, my old partner, Hop Goyado. Let me see if I can hold on. Can I share my screen? Oh no, it's okay.
You can't. Oh, I could try to change that option. Just
under the little shield, it should give you that.
little shield. Little shield.
At the bottom, yeah, where participants chat and stuff is. There's security options.
Invite security. Oh, okay, there's another shield, but yeah, I know what you mean now.
So many
let me
shields.
share screen. Haha, now you may.
All right, let me share the screen. So Hop was my old partner. And I think you see Hop like pulling me out of this room where the Raptor is like got its tentacles, and he's shooting his blaster, and like pushes me through the door, and the door closes, and then when it opens back up, Hop is still there.
Still,
like he's the one who kills the Raptor. He pushes me out and takes care of it.
All right, I thought that might have been a tragic ending of
no. His tragic ending is different.
All right, as long as I don't have to see his tragic ending, I see teamwork, and that sounds good to me.
And then the answer to the question, because you rolled well, and you can ask a follow-up, but I think the answer to the question, how to keep him close, don't let him go off by himself. He's the kind of person who attracts trouble, not through any lack of skill. Like, he's not incompetent, he just happens to not have the greatest sense of self-preservation, even though he's scarred and has survived terrible, terrible porg truck tragedies.
So wait, he didn't lose his arm in the pork truck, right? It was this.
No, I lost my arm in the pork truck.
Oh. So wait, why am I seeing this from the arm?
Yeah, I don't know, because Rich thought that those. Sorry, you wouldn't even had the arm. Ah, dang it. Okay, I apologize. I
So I
definitely
didn't see any of that.
You didn't see any of that. Jeez and crackers. If which you missed, then I could say I did it right. No, you get to see the horror of the pork truck accident, which I think is a moment of misfortune for.
I'm feeling like Pack has bad luck.
Yeah, I
Through
think
no
that-
fault of
yeah.
his own.
Don't leave him by himself. That's
Maybe the additional question is the other vision.
that would be nice.
Yeah, I mean, Pack like
Okay, that works.
kind of dived on that grenade essentially with the pork truck to prevent more people from getting hurt around there. So Pack will do what needs to be done, possibly to his own detriment. And that's actually where his old partner died. So the partner thing is
Oh, so you do see
relevant.
the sadness of Hop Galito being killed.
No, Hop.
Oh, everybody liked Hop too.
Is the pork truck something that Pack would have talked about before with Sathron, or is this all new info?
Probably not.
Oh gosh, so I don't think I'm clever enough to come up with a statement, but we'll go with Sath's good roll that probably they are. Something like reassuring that hints back at that without going like, I'll make sure you don't lose your other arm in another explosion. Like nothing that heavy-handed, but sort of like, I won't let anything happen to you like has happened before. Because I want to get your trust. Give me your tokens.
Yeah, no, I think I think Pack trusts you.
And then we have mutual trust.
We do.
Nice. Look at
Well,
this.
but I think you advanced, and now we don't.
Oh,
For a brief moment, it's like a hawk and a wolf saw each other, and then they switched, and one was a human, and the other was still the animal.
quick, somebody roll before it goes away.
We hear some synthesizer music in the background that's kind of fantasy-ish, but not really.
So okay,
one.
let's see what
No one.
happens.
So what happens when you advance?
Clear all your markings in advance. When you advance, choose an unchosen crew roll or advanced crew roll. Ooh. All right. So yes, Greg is right.
And the crew rolls that are options for you depend a little on your trust intention. Since you mostly have trust, you can only pick from the trust-based crew
Okay.
rolls. Or
Interesting.
advanced ones. Yeah.
And they include Heart of the Crew, Lucky Charm, Mediator, Bodyguard, Combat Specialist, Mastermind Face, and Oracle.
Let's see. Does one of these help protect? Yes, bodyguard. That's the thing then, right? I mean, I just promised to protect Pack, and there's one about defending a crewmate.
I mean, I'm honored to be a bodyguard, but yeah, you should take it.
All right, I'm popping that one in.
Which
And
tab are we
now,
on? Sorry, I couldn't find it. Where are the heart of the crew and all those?
Row 24, it's a drop down under Advanced Crew Roll.
Okay, I was looking for a separate tab. Thank you.
I was looking in the rules, so I was in a totally different place.
Remember, as a bodyguard, never fall in love.
I love that you took it, but you have a 0 for tough.
It's not going to go super well.
I like it.
It's great. That is a really cool move, though. Nice. So Cap, aka Chef, are you heading out? Who's staying behind? You mentioned somebody's got to stay behind with the ship, which makes sense.
Tui.
Tui?
Yeah,
enjoy it.
Tui can take care of the ship. I think it's more
Nice.
interesting if we all go.
Cool. You go switch Tui back on. Tui.
Yes, of course I will watch over the ship. Goodbye.
And,
Keep her safe, Chewie.
is we cut to the like slow motion of the four of you guys in your Zack suits walking, and of course it's like moon gravity. So yeah, it's exactly. Alexi's doing some LARPing for us. That's perfect. And yeah, you guys do the pan around thing. We're looking up the biodome. You see overhead again, those swarm of drones are above. And when you get to one of the airlocks, it's one of those like two-phase things, right? So you can slice in, but once you get inside, you're gonna have to cycle the air and then slice in again.
Hey, Rich, does the buzz droids in the atmosphere kind of look like if we were on Saturn and we were looking at the rings? Does it look like a ring?
Yeah. I love that. Yes,
Okay.
it does. It so much does. Yeah, so you have that cool ring, and there's it's like a little green, red, and a number of toggles and switches and things on the exterior kind of door plate. Obviously, when miners come in, they'll punch in a key of some kind and they can get in, or they may have a little key coder. Can't remember what the hell the term, Star Warsy term is for the little circular thing that you can stick in. But
Yeah, the little pens.
yeah,
that are-
totally. The pins that the Imperials all have in their suits. Those are those things. I just can't remember. There's a tech term. Doesn't matter.
Code
How do
cylinders.
you? Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Greg. Really, literally, love it. What do you want to do?
I think that when they when they requested us for the job, like they gave us like some codes we could put on our own pen so that we could get
I
into the door.
think that you need to talk to your old family friends to have gotten that in a flashback, Orana.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense.
No, it's a great reason. I just want to key a move because it's playtest. Remember
Yeah.
our casting. So we flash back to the Black Orchid spaceport, and you're currently chatting with your sister, who's just there visiting, Mirax Besh, and Garrick Servlaya. The two of them are chatting, and she's asked you to go on this bit. She's drinking some kind of like neon green drink, and it's in one of the nicer parts of Black Orchid. And she's, sis, yeah, I'm sure that we can finagle something like that for you. And now, let's see you go ahead and roll plus warm.
Okay. When you use an old family contact to acquire resources, roll warm. And
You got a 2 warm. You're very warm.
yeah. 10. Damn. All right.
Man, no inconvenient request. I had one ready. It's okay. On a hit, they got the goods. And Mirax looks over at her boyfriend. Is totally not serious, Garrick, and he slides across the table one of those little, what are they called, Greg? I've already forgotten.
Code cylinders.
Code cylinder. He slides across a code cylinder, and then that's when we flash forward to Orana. You produce the code cylinder, put it in, it cycles a few times, you see some lights flash up, and then shoo, and you guys can step into the airlock, let the air cycle, and then code cylinder your way to enter the biodome itself. Now, any precautions? You guys just walking in, I don't want to spring anything on you and people go, no, I wouldn't have done, or I would have done, or anything along those lines.
So it's like this is just a big dome and everything else is inside of it.
Yes.
All the buildings and
Yep.
anything going down into the rocks and stuff. Okay. How huge is it?
Oh, that's a great question. Think of it like an American football stadium.
Oh, dang. Okay. I should probably take in the world with bright and curious eyes then. because
Oh,
this
you
is the
should.
biggest structure I have ever seen. Oh, it's with warm. Ugh. I don't understand how you people have such high warm. Let's see what
Because
happens.
you
with that.
don't.
No, I'm very strange though.
You are. Unfortunately,
Very
rolling
strange.
plus warm. So
Hey, not terrible.
9.
It's a
On a
9.
9, you get to ask one.
What here is worth a closer look? As I think we're
Ooh.
first opening up the doors.
Yeah. So the airlock cycles. You kind of actually you feel the air pressure. Then I don't know, just for dramatic effect and to communicate to the audience watching our little movie, someone removes their helmet, right? And I think it's Saf, because you're taking things in with a wide-eyed wonder. You look around, you see that there are, and I'll work in the what's worth a closer look, but a few things that you notice. There is a large complex that has a number of the mining, drilling, and other transport equipment. You see that there is an area off to the east of the biodome itself that serves as the spaceport, kind of the landing where they would officially take in, but it's set up primarily for just giant haul, like heavy freighters come in, they load in everything they've mined up, and then the freighter takes off. You notice that this is definitely a work related community. While there are a few, like there is a cantina kind of bar, there isn't a whole lot of areas to just go hang out. There's a company store, there's a bar, there appears to be some place where you can place bets, but most Orana would know this. You wouldn't see this, but Orana, you would know. They bet with company bits and credits, and just being brought here for the new place to live. There's a little bit of an indentured servitude relationship where they have to pay back a certain amount before they actually are spending their own money. With all that said, Seth, what's worth another look is that you see that the biodome itself has a control room area, and you see that the control room area has a number of, like in a ring, much smaller number than those outside, but there are buzz droids that are kind of hovering around the control room area.
Hmm.
And again, if we're going with the American football stadium analogy, the skyboxes, right? So one-way mirror kind of deal. You look down on all of the mining town.
All right, and we've got the ex-military bot is endangering the civilians. That's the problem.
Yes.
Okay. This place is incredible, Arana. Your family built this? I've never seen something so huge.
This is a small colony.
But the structure, the engineering that must have gone into this. Wow.
Let the kid have his moment, Besh.
And I think I don't really want to tie up any more rolls or anything, but like I reach out to touch the superstructure to see like what it feels like, and I don't need to do a whole thing with it, but just kind of like, wow, the energy and strength in it.
It's a type of Duracrete that's made with base Duracrete mix, but there's a lot of the rocks that were just mined here. Like they just pull rocks off of the surface, throw it into a big grinder, and then use that to create the Duracrete that is the superstructure of the biodome.
It's so big. It's got so much atmosphere that there's room for buzz droids in here as well. And kind of give a look at Pack on that one. Just like, did you know that? Do we need to do anything about that?
Well, perhaps we
Why?
need to make ourselves as inconspicuous as possible, and I'm gonna start like grabbing whatever's nearby to make Pack looks like just another one of the miners for the Besh company.
Cool. Where you guys came in at, of course, there were a number of vac suit coveralls that were in a storage closet, so you guys can kind of swap out your vac suits, which are probably not suited for mining. So there's definite thickness. There's definitely you can be more agile in the vac suits you guys were in before, but these vac suits that you put on are pretty darn sturdy.
Well, since Cyrus specifically chose out this one for negotiations, I'm keeping this one on. I'm not going to change into a mining outfit.
As you are switching over to different outfits in an attempt to blend in, there is a Chiss woman who is kind of out near the center square of the place. Most of the buildings are kind of around the edge, and there are a couple that are kind of dropped in. Not the best overall, like, aesthetic. Everything's very pragmatic and functional. The form was following function here, but this Chiss female, this Chiss woman, she spots the four of you, and maybe she kind of zones in on you, Orana. You know this Chiss. She's the union rep here. The union doesn't have anything other than hey, it's Ice Cream Friday type of power here, but still there is a union. Her name is Felon Zebedeth. She is in the NPCs and places. So she sees you and starts moving across the open field towards you.
What
do you do,
You know what the funny thing is, Rich?
What's that?
Felon Zebedeth. It's been a long time since I've heard that name. I'm going to roll my move for making an NPC an old ally.
Oh yes! Oh, this is great.
When an NPC enters the picture, you may declare them an old ally and roll plus savvy. On a hit, let your crewmates know why they're someone you can turn to for aid. On a 7 or 9, tell the players what complicating factor you've left out. On a miss, tell us why your last encounter ended with both of you swearing revenge on the other. So this is great. Every possible result here is good.
Yes, it's all interesting. that appears to be a 3 and a 1, which makes a 4.
Yep, and my savvy is also a 1, so that makes it a 5 all told.
So yeah, tell us why your last encounter with Felon ended with both of you swearing revenge on the other.
I think before she was a union rep, she was also a bounty hunter, and so there was a time when we teamed up to bring in a prize, and then at the very end it turned out there wasn't enough prize for the two of us. So some blaster fire might have been exchanged. We might have each limped away with a new injury from that encounter. Possibly nobody got the bounty. It was it's too bad because it was the partnership was working beautifully up until it ended in a blaster fight. So yeah, if I see her walking over towards Orana, I will make my helmet non transparent and just lurk slightly behind Orana.
Ooh, you know what? Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, I think that's.
You're gonna ask me to keep it together?
I am. Okay, yeah, I want you to keep it together. It's a play test. I'm gonna ask for rolls all the time.
Yeah, and you know what's great, Rich? I have no edge left.
Oh no! What are you trying to avoid? Her discovering that it's you?
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid her discovering that it's me and attempt to settle old scores. So yeah, I'm just like the captain said, trying to make myself inconspicuous here. All right, 2d6. Keep it together. No modifier. And that one's an 8.
Okay. Okay. On a 7 to 9, choose one below. So it's taxing, lose all your edge, is grueling market condition, or you lose something, gear, your footing, and allies trust. I get to say what?
No, I'm gonna mark a condition for this. I think this is I think I'm feeling chilly. I think this is you know, the cold winds of the past blowing forward are hurting my my warm. So I'll mark that.
Cool. And she moves directly towards you, Orana. Pulls down the little face mask that she's wearing, and you see she looks not angry. Orana, you know enough about Felon that she doesn't really. She's not a smiler. She's not a like hug you kind of person, but there's an intensity of like, I see you're here, and she says, "I'm glad you're here." So the drones, the buzz droids, they went after your ship. Tell me you didn't crash.
No, we made it through, but not without a measure of violence to go with it.
I hope you didn't lose anyone. She looks and scans around the others. Is this the whole crew you brought? You're probably going to
Cyrus
need more.
sinks further.
We have one back on the ship, but this is most of us.
Well, we're in a mess. There's a TA-175 that showed up and just strolled right in and took over. It's collected all of our obvious weapons. We've got a few bolters, a couple of arc welders, but not enough. And it's all in tight stuff. All our blasters are up there. She kind of glances out towards Command Central.
The droid just marched in and took everybody's weapons.
And I imagine that like your voice is coming through a speaker thing, right? Like, so she can't exactly tell that it's you. No, the droid killed 8 of our own before we gave in.
What's it trying to do? What's its plan?
Wish I knew, friend. I wish I knew. It doesn't really seem to be in the sharing mood. It's just assured us that no one else will be harmed as long as we comply. And criff me, we did.
What does comply mean? What does it want you to do?
It's changed our parameters for what we're mining from the normal ore that Orana likes. Sorry, no offense. The Besh Tech is after to a particular crystal that, I don't know. It seems explosive.
Where is the TA-175 now?
Probably watching us.
How many other are you left?
Oh, well, it's about 80 all told, counting families.
I'll make sure that the families of those who died are well compensated. Where can we talk where we aren't being watched?
She gestures past the airlock.
What's a Star Wars curse? Like what's
Oh, there's a bunch. Poodoo is a nice, easy one. Karabast is a fun one.
Okay. I think I'll go with Karabast then. Thank you. Thank you. There we are. Druck. I would have gone with Druck because I was looking for the S word.
Nice. We do a little ASMR, like a little voiceover work there in post, and you said Druck.
Yeah, thank you. Perfect. So I turn to Pack. See, like visually reaching out, like what's our next move on this? Kind of look.
So we've got buzz droids under the command of a Clone Wars tactical droid that is mining explosive crystals and has killed some of these miners. And we were originally contracted by the Besh Corporation to take care of this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey, just so you guys know, from a playtest perspective, if you bail right now, you'll have tension with the mining oligarchy, which is fine. It can move you towards advance.
We give up 3 more jobs, we advance.
Exactly. We just take jobs. It's fine. That
I
said,
don't think
your
my
debt-
crew
your
would
debt
trust
won't
me
get
if we
helped.
just bailed at this point.
Yeah.
So I think the best thing we can do is if we can create something that will pull the tactical droid out of its like command center. That's how we draw it out.
A distraction to lure it into our trap.
Yeah. Now, shoot. What's the felon? Are there freighters that come to pick up this crystal?
No. In fact, the last freighter that Beshtek sent, the buzz droids dismantled it.
Okay. So we can't
Yeah.
use the Belden Might as a dummy.
Yeah, we don't have that much. I feel like this thing is in communication with someone else. I just don't know who.
Wait a minute. Our ship is really old. It's from the same era as this droid. Maybe there's something we've got that we can signal to it with. Maybe reset its parameters or make it curious, if nothing else. Maybe the fact that we got ourselves a junker might actually help out this time.
The Might isn't junk. The Might is a loyal part of our crew, Orana.
It can be both. It's a loyal piece of junk. Yeah, I think I like that idea. That maybe we can scramble our transponder or make it appear. Maybe this tactical droid's just confused. It's running on old orders. Maybe Orana and I should go back to the ship. Zyrus, can you figure out what it's trying to communicate to?
I'll do my best, Captain.
Kind of looking around like, I noticed my name was the only one not said.
Kid,
in
come
that.
with me. I'm sure you can help out.
Pack, you're going to be okay going out there on your own?
Yeah, I'll be fine. Stick with Zyrus.
Yeah, you'll be safe if you stick with me, Zyrus.
Okay, cool it on the using my name all the time, kid.
Oh shit! Actually, I mean, Karging.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
That's probably the exact right.
What? And she immediately goes for you, Xaris, like grabbing you by the, by the front, like there's pockets or something. She grabs you by the palm. You criffin' coward. She shoves you to the ground. Starts to reach for a wrench. What do you do?
Yeah, I'll good question. We'll say, Felon, it's ancient history. We're here to help. If you don't, we don't have to dredge up the past unless you force us to.
She drops down a knee to your chest. Why don't you turn on the charm? As she raises her hand. I think, Seth, you might be bodyguarding soon.
Yeah, so
I might be doing something too. So
shall I roll turn on the charm to see how
Let's see how it goes.
All right. Yeah. So this is with warm, of which I have, I believe, 0. And because I am currently chilly, this is with disadvantage.
Oh,
So
geez.
I'm going to roll 3 dice and take the lower option. As you know, Cyrus is like, look, I didn't even hit you that close to center mass. I was off my game that day. Okay, all right.
Appears to be a 6.
Get rid of that 5. Yep, just a 6. Yeah. So if someone wants to spend an edge,
Yeah, I definitely will.
What does
It's
that
like-
look like, Seth?
Since I got you in that mess. Oh gosh. So you are trying to tell this story of what happened before. I only know you from now.
as she's like starting to attack me.
I think it's just as simple like trying to hold her back.
Yeah, it could totally I
Yeah.
totally see that as giving Cyrus a moment to finish the thing. And yeah, you were off that day. And that was your last bit of 7 to 9. Opportunity is unstable or fleeting unless you mark a condition, Cyrus.
Yeah, I'll mark another condition. Why not? this
Nice.
situation seems to call for it.
As Rich goes back to the wishes
Oh,
from
we're pulling out
first
more
session.
scars soon.
Coping mechanisms. Somebody, yeah, that was the thing that somebody said they wanted to do. So that's something you'll have to do. Sweet. You pull her back, Seth. She's wiry. She's wiry and tough. She kind of shrugs herself off. She goes, I wasn't off that day. I just didn't want to kill you. You're saying that the only reason I'm alive was a mistake?
We're former bounty hunters. The only reason either of us are alive is because many people made mistakes.
Pack and Arana, you hear the low hum of some buzz droids from that ring. They've just kind of been sent off. You guys ever seen the video game Galaga? You know, that are like all up at the top, right? And then a couple of them just come, like buzz droids. A couple buzz droids are coming your way to check out what is this going on. It has attracted the attention of someone. Pack and Arana, you both notice this.
Pack is gonna go to close the blast doors, seal off this area, make them have to go a roundabout way.
Oh, really? Cool. Awesome. So you close the blast doors, you're in the airlock area. And I assume you guys were having that conversation in there. So you just close the doors. And now you guys are in that middle space where you can cycle the air, right? And Felon looks at you and she says, you got a lot of nerve coming around here after what you pulled. We can even trust you to get anything done.
All right. You've got a problem. We're here to help solve it. You give me a minute here. I'm gonna follow a hunch, and if we can fix this for you, will you let bygones be bygones?
I don't want to, but I got 79 other souls to take care of, so yeah.
and I think Xyrus is gonna like dust himself off, take off the like mining disguise helmet that's not really doing anything anymore, and just close his eyes and try and listen for the way or the force or whatever it might be that's out there and able to because it's we're hitting this this semi dead end and we need some kind of a way forward, and I'm going to let go of my will and channel the void.
Can I say something real quick?
Oh my.
Yeah.
So Alexi, when you were with with Felon, you were a Mandalorian, right? So she may have never even seen your face.
Yeah.
Like this may be the first time she sees your face.
Oh wow, really good point. Yeah, because you were Death Watch, like you had the. I think there's a moment where she looks at you and she betters. God.
Yeah. I'll like as I take off the helmet, I'm like, look, that was a long time ago. Things have changed.
And then as a mirror to the thing from earlier, it's like, those are good words. Let's see your deeds. So let's see you touch the void.
Right, and here's my question. My coping mechanism is let go of your will and channel the void.
Nice.
So I'm happy for you to just tell me what happens when I do that, or for you to say that I should touch the void when I do that. It's kind of it's kind of like becomes a ball in the MC's court, I think.
Oh, nice. Okay. So let go of your will, channel the void. You're trusting in your crew. You're trusting in an ex-partner of yours, trying to open yourself to what options you have available. I do want to see you touch the void with that question, but I will let it fulfill the coping mechanism.
Sounds good. All right. I'm going to go ahead and touch the void in hopes specifically of some sort of guidance about what our our droid adversary might be in connection with, right? Like what's going on with this droid. Touching the void to learn about the droid.
Oh shoot.
I can't with this. I've rolled a 3, even with one strange. That's only a 4.
So Xyrus takes off his helmet. There's a moment where Felon looks upon your face for the first time. You look for some answer, some solution, and that's when the green lights on both of the two sets of doors flick to red, and you hear over the loudspeaker, "Interlopers, I'm sorry, but I have decided to stop you."
Like I'm just frozen by the fact that it's apologizing. Like, what is going on with this droid?
And I think that's where we're going to take our mid-game break. Okay, return from break. And Greg, you have mentioned that you were looking at the possibility of either keep it together, try to keep the potential Buzz Droid Death Squad from coming, or throwing your weight around to deal with a physical or social barrier. I would love, because it's a play test, and I want to see this move in play, I'd love to see you throw your weight around if you actually want to try to burst. Now, which door? The one that goes back into the mining colony? The one that goes out to your ship?
Oh boy, that is the choice, isn't it? I mean, I don't think everyone has their spacesuits on, right? So I don't think busting open a hatch into the vacuum of space is a great idea. So I'm gonna try and open up this door because they're like keeping us there, right? So maybe we can like book it out of here if I can get this door open before the buzz droids get here.
Let's see you roll plus tough.
All right, so that is +1. Pack is not as tough as he might let on. That's an 8.
All right, rock on, rock on, rock on. So with a throw your weight together on a 7 to 9 is messy, loud, or time consuming. GM's choice. I think I am going to go with it's messy. This is not a door that should be opened. You've done something special, Pat Creech, but it's going to cost you. You can either lose an edge or mark a condition.
Ooh, I will mark a condition. Ooh. I'm going to also mark chili. Because I think this is the other side of Pack that maybe I think Xyrus has seen this part of Pack. And I think that's partly where our bond comes from. But I'm not sure Arana and Sath have, certainly not Sath, have not seen Pack use his cybernetic arm quite this aggressively. So he just like grabs the inside of that door handle and rips this thing open and lets out this sort of primal gran scream as he does so. And he's now kind of like his eyeballs they're like bloodshot now. He's overdriving his arm to do this.
Oh,
and
nice.
That's what makes it messy. That door is not that door is not a door anymore. This airlock is no longer functional. We need to go somewhere else.
Hot. Yeah, that happens. You rip the door enough to tear it open, and Felon just gawks at that. And you guys all rush, I assume, rush out of the airlock thing because you hear a click as the outer door may be cycling, which stinks because Pack said that he made it not a door.
Is this where we run like we stole something?
I think you guys should run like you stole something. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for that suggestion.
It's a great name for a move.
It is pretty cute. I like it. Clever.
All right. Well, I'm taking point, so I'm going to roll.
Go for it. Roll plus savvy.
Okay. My savvy is 2. So.
Oh, run, you fools. Sweet. That is a 10. And on a hit, you get out of there and can take along a friend or hostage. On a 10 plus, choose one. Interesting. Losing 2 edges. Harsh.
I don't have 2 edge to lose, so I don't think that I would be able to choose that in honor of the rules. I think we leave behind the code cylinder.
Oh, nice. I like that. That's a great. Your equipment is pushed to its limits or taking heavy flak. It'll need repair. Leave behind something identifying. Sorry, you leave behind the code cylinder.
Yeah. It'll tell us exactly who we are.
Sweet. So Felon will direct you guys over to one of the sheds on the far side, and following Arana's speed, you guys beat feet and you're able to hide out before those buzz droids come in to check out the area.
So is it like a thing where there's a shot of us kind of like crouched down behind something and we see the the whatever scanning thing the buzz droids are doing, sweep right over us?
Oh yeah, I totally love that. That's great. Yes. That is exactly what happens. Yeah, there's a moment where you guys wait and then the buzz droids pass by you and you take off and you're hiding in the shadows of the outer ring of the biodome itself, and you duck into a metal shed. It looks like it's a place where they put a lot of the mining tools and equipment. You're not far from another airlock area that they may occasionally use to go out. What do you want
So
to
much
do?
for being inconspicuous, Chef.
Well, Bash, I'll give you this. You were as good as your word. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and give Arana a trust token because she did come through. After that big fancy speech earlier, she's lived it out. She walked the walk.
That is awesome.
Which means I level up. Right? Because I have trust with the Might, trust with Cyrus, trust with Pack, intention with Sath. Am I doing it
Yeah.
right? Okay. So I'll just delete those, I guess. And then after advancing, add another track. Okay.
Look at what
I can just copy mine in if that's
it
easier
does
for you.
that
Thank
works
you.
perfectly here to symbolize what's going on.
Okay. Okay, so now I advance, and that is in.
I believe you
That's
have to
right.
take one of the
It's the
trust
drop down.
rolls.
Drop.
Yeah, the trust rolls are what you have available.
Okay, trust roll I have available. Got it.
Mark, do you want me to, Kai, you want me to continue on, give you some time to look through those?
Yeah, yes, please. I haven't had a chance to look at them. I apologize.
Cool. No, there's no problem at all. There's a lot going on. I just didn't want you to feel the pressure of everyone waiting on you. I hate when that happens to me. So as you guys are hiding out in the shed, you hear over the loudspeakers that echo, similar to, again, using the football stadium analogy, like the loudspeakers at the thing. Miners of Brack. There are 4 individuals sent from Beshtek who are here to resume your indentured servitude. I highly recommend, if you enjoy your continued existence, that if you locate these 4 unknown gentle beings, report them to any buzz droid or myself. That way I can ensure no further harm comes to you.
Owen, are they going to listen to that bucket of bolts?
They killed 8 of our people. What do you think?
I could go either way on that, honestly. Might mean people, hold a grudge.
Spoken like a Mandalorian. No, we're not going to listen to the carking idiot. We just make the droid think that we're playing ball, that's all. Although I wouldn't be surprised if the foreman is all up in his business. Orana.
I think while those two are talking, I'm kind of like in the back next to Orana going, indentured servitude? Did this droid come to liberate these people from your family?
I don't know what this droid came here to do, but what it's doing is holding a sword to everyone's throat. A lightsaber to everyone's throat. Holding a pistol to everyone's temple. There's no freedom under fear. This is a tyrant, just like Zinj.
kind of nod half-heartedly, but still thinking in the back of their mind, like, how much like a tyrant was your family then?
Yeah, right.
We'll keep them safe.
I think Felon would say, do you guys want to get back to your ship to do this thing that you're talking about? Do you want me to show you how we can at least get close to the command center?
I think
Or
at
do you
this
wanna
point,
sit on your
Felon, maybe you
phones?
should turn us in.
The old pretend to be captured gambit.
I've never heard of that. That sounds really creative.
If it
Okay.
sweetens the deal, you can be pointing your blaster at me as you present us to the droid.
And then this is where, despite it's a playtest, the MC declares there's no roll there. She will happily put a gun to your back and quote unquote force you. So I think we do a brief, like Lucas style scene wipe of the four of you. Yes, it's totally that, the Lucas style screen wipe, and you're all standing near this elevator shaft that is located underneath the command center, and the doors open up and you see there are a few, like 4 buzz droids just kind of hovering in the air and enjoying the opportunity. Felon kind of pushes. I mean, she didn't have a gun, so I guess Cyrus gave her
I've given
yours.
her my gun to poke me, to push me around with.
Sweet. So she kind of nudges you in the back and says, "Get in there, Sleemos. I want my reward," she says as she looks up at the buzz droids. And then she'll, like, if I assume you guys all step into the elevator, or yes, okay, step into the elevator.
We want to go up.
Yeah, she steps in as well, and it's one of those like old style elevators. So she got to like pull the door halfway down, and the other half kind of closes, and then taps a button and starts heading up. And then soon enough, you see you're kind of passing, you're getting higher views because it's one of those like construction style, where you can see everything beneath you as you're heading up, and you get higher, and you can see that there are people who are kind of milling out of the bar and the little kind of place your bets virtual hollow casino, looking up at all of you until you disappear into the command center. The elevator opens up, and you see, sure enough, if you look in the NPCs tab, it's right there on the top row, because the TA-175 would not allow itself to be put on the second or third row. That's far beneath it. You see that there is a relatively intact TA-175, a T-Series tactical droid from the Clone Wars era. It has another half dozen of the buzz droids hovering around in here. You see that there is a central metallic table with a hollow projector on it, and the hollow projector is showing some of the surface area of this planetoid of Prac itself. And then the droid is self. So I'm curious, Saf, when you come into this area and see all that's going on, what do you do?
Probably keep it together, I guess. I don't know. It's so
Nice.
overwhelming. Although I don't know that there's anything in particular that I don't want to have happen. So I don't know if that's like a role kind of thing, or just sort of a, like, I'm fading towards the back of the group. We didn't really discuss this being a plan entirely. I'm hoping everyone else knows what's going on, but at the same time, I'm like, I have to protect Pack now that he's still here and hasn't gone back to the ship.
I have an idea, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
Sure. For it.
So we know about your ability to read objects, right? Like you
may have intuited it, but it's not like, even Sathron doesn't necessarily know it.
So what if I were to say trip you and you were to fall forward and touch the TA-175 and know how it came to be here? Maybe figure out what's going on with it.
What if you did that? What would happen?
Would you be able to keep it together is my question.
Well, I think on a 7 to 9, I would have to anyway, right? So that seems like it's baked in.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to give this a shot and hope that Sath understands what's going on. So
Sweet.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like obviously you can trip me. I'm overwhelmed. So if that's the goal, no subterfuge needed on that. So I go hurling forward. I imagine Orana is certainly capable enough to direct my trip in that direction. So I'm going face first onto the TA-175, and I'm guessing that is touching the void. I don't think I have a specific move for.
I don't think you have a specific move for it either. Touching the voids should work quite well.
Yeah, my specific move is revealing I'm the last hope, and I don't think I'd want to do that in this instance anyway.
I like that we are subverting the trope where the droid would now give us its evil monologue. Instead, Seth just trips into it.
Just give me your monologue. I'm going to take it. I'm looking at my stowaway move, but I just don't feel like it would be appropriate here because I was taken by surprise. So I will just touch the void.
Delightful.
I took Lucky Charm, by the way, for my trust.
Oh,
advanced move.
as bad as possible.
Wow. Snake eyes. Oh, yeah. Oh,
He's
that's
way too excited about that.
I'm sorry. Oh man, that looks like a bummer. Gosh, golly gee whiz. That's terrible. So there are a few things that happen here. The first thing is, Seth, you fall forward, collapse towards it, but this droid caught you by the throat. You're still touching it? That's the good news. You still see something. And so what you see is, first you see this person talking at you, and you realize vaguely that you are this droid. You realize that you're on some kind of junk planet. You can see the noxious fumes, see all the detritus and the junk around. And this red-skinned alien that I don't think Sath would recognize. They're relatively secretive. Don't go in the mid-rim or core rim world, so would never have been to Cafu. And he has like a hydro spanner, and it appears that he's repairing you, the droid. And he says, I have seen it. You will find the crystals for me. If you had to prac and retrieve enough of them, you will have your freedom. Otherwise, the cortex bomb I have implanted inside you will go off in a fortnight, and I will find someone else. But this is a miss. So number one, you're being choked, but you're caught up in the vision, and you get to mark a condition. Actually, I think 2 conditions, right? Like that seems harsh. I'm gonna be extra harsh. So you get to mark 2 conditions.
Yeah.
Cyrus, Orana, and Pack, along with Felon, all 4 of you see Sath get pushed forward, and the droid just reaches up and grabs Sath by the throat and then starts to pick him up, as we can have that kind of Darth Vader kind of moment as Sath is having the life choked out of him.
I gotta protect this kid.
What do you do?
You're not the only one.
I'm gonna I am going to ignite and wield an antique but functional weapon of my order in defense of another.
Been waiting for this one.
So this is when, like, ignoring and destroying the, like, mining suit disguise I have on. Hey, I activate the jetpack hidden underneath to, like, blast myself forward and try and wrestle Sath out of the droid's grasp. Yes, the sound of the jetpack is this sound effect going on with.
It's a weird roar.
Yeah, exactly. I like pat the jetpack. I'm like, all right, baby, don't let me down.
That's great. Nice incorporation. Great. You because of the move, you'll be rolling plus strange because you are trying to protect someone. Yay, jetpack.
Yay,
All right.
and my
On a 7 to 9, choose whether you expose yourself to immediate danger or escalate the situation. Gee, both could apply, so I'm wide open to this.
I think I'm obviously exposing myself to immediate danger, but I do keep Sath safe.
Absolutely. So you shove Sath out of the way so that he is no longer being choked. The droid gives up that hold because there's a more obvious problem here to deal with, and that would be you. I don't know. Is this a thing where we do another condition? Or do I put you in a weird situation? Here's what happens. So you jetpack forward, knock Sath out of the way. Sath falls down. Maybe your head bounces against the little map table and the hollow wobbles a little bit. The droid reaches up, grabs your jetpack, and tosses you aside, and then starts working and disconnects the jetpack. There are buzz droids now hovering and buzzing towards all of you because this TA does not like to sully its hands directly, even though you guys forced it to. So
I want to.
Yeah. What do you do, Orana?
I want to grab the Cyrus's gun that he gave to Felon and start firing on the buzz droids.
Left line attack.
Yeah, I'm sure. I was sure there was a basic move to cover what I was doing.
Absolutely.
All right. So that's tough, and my tough is a -1. And let's see what happens. Oh, so close.
What is it?
I got a 6.
I'll spend an edge to help you. I yell from the ground, the safety! Turn off the safety, Yarana!
Yikes. Apparently I don't know how to fire a gun.
You don't
It's
know
just
how to fire
clicking.
a weird gun?
Oh, that's right. Okay, it's a gun. It's a blaster pistol I've never used before. Got it. Yeah. So that takes me to a 7 then, unless somebody else wants to do something.
I don't think their helping would take you to a 10. So
okay, all right. Sorry.
That's okay. No, it's we're talking through it. So 7 to 9, choose whether on a hit you exchange fire. On a 7 to 9, you choose whether to take a real shellacking or wind up in a bad spot. So you fire at a couple of the buzz droids, hitting them, knocking them out of the air with a blaster. This is a original trilogy style blaster, so when it hits things, it leaves big honking holes in them. But you get that choice. It's left line attack is on row 4, very first set of basic moves, and your choice is take a real shellacking or wind up in a bad spot.
I think it makes the most sense that I would take a real shellacking, because as soon as I start firing, I'm pretty sure I'm the target. So
Makes sense.
And when I hit, I have to exchange fire anyway. So they're going to be hurting me to begin with. So Yeah, I think they focus on me.
All right. So yeah, that what happens then is you fire, take out a couple of the buzz droids. One of them comes and lands on you, and it starts one of those searing lasers, and it starts to burn through your pretty thick because you put on the fake, the workers thing. So it starts to burn through that, and it hurts. You're going to need to mark a condition, but then despite her better judgment, Felon uses a wrench and clocks the thing and then just hammers it a couple more times because she realizes that she's not going to let you die, even though, Besh. Sweet. So Pack Crearch, Zyrus and Sath are right up on this tactical droid Orana, and Felon are dealing with some of the buzz droids. What are you doing?
I think two great ideas, but I don't know which one. But okay.
Roll a die.
I think Pack sees that like the buzz droids are over here and the tactical droids are over there, and then like right down the center of the room, he sees the microphone that the supervisor droid uses to address the mining group, and he rushes forward, slams the button, and goes, "Miners, rise up! Defeat the buzz droids!"
Oh, that's wild. That's wild. Let's see if you can turn on the charm.
Turn on the charm, which I'm rolling disadvantage on this one.
Oh, goodness.
Because I'm feeling chilly. But that's correct. 3 dice. Okay. And then my modifier is +2. I still get my modifier, right?
You still get your modifier. You're just rolling
Okay.
3 dice and keeping the worst 2 of them.
Rise up when you're living on your knees. Okay, here we go. That is a 5 + 2 is a 7.
Wow, you squeaked it past, man. Okay, so on turn on the charm on a 7 to 9, the opportunity is unstable or fleeting unless you mark a condition.
I will mark I'm trying to think the reason it marked any one of them. I think I'll mark numb.
Okay.
I think this is a very practical thing to do, right? So this isn't forcing. Yeah. So yeah, I'm shouting "Rise up!" Probably I may be pushing it a little far past just rise up against this droid to seize the means of production. Miners.
You have nothing to lose but your
Yes.
shock cuffs.
Oh yeah, nothing to lose but the binders and the shock cuffs. Yeah, so you yell that out, and the camera kind of pans out from the view of the command center, and we see people like they were in the kind of the square, the central area that is trod down from all of the tank treads and all of the many vehicles that move to and fro, watching what was going on. And one of them, we will say, is the Nabu, one of the alien miners, a driller, says, "Come on!" And they all start slowly at first, but then seeing this as something to snatch and grab, start heading towards the command center. And we'll zip back around to Sath. You're being choked. You're no longer being choked.
Yeah, things are looking
Coughing
up.
and sputtering a bit, but you are aware. What do you want to do right now?
All right. What are we gonna do? Where there's one blaster in here, right?
At least one blaster.
Okay.
Yeah, Zyrus's blaster.
I assume we all brought blasters.
Yeah, sure.
Am I wrong?
You guys would have brought whatever weapons you would have brought into the biodome
Mhm.
originally.
I just figured they would have already taken those away when we were prisoners. Like, if
I
we're
mean,
walking in
Do you
strapped.
think Felon, as a washed up bounty hunter, is that thorough?
I don't know.
No, that's a great point. Basically, Felon had you guys carrying whatever you're carrying, as long as it was not
So we have our stuff.
very obvious.
And that is a good point from Greg. It is a bomb, but I feel like it's a very big bomb. Like, would I know even how big it is? Like, what was it?
A
Just
cortex
a
bomb.
Cortex bomb.
I mean, it's like a thermal detonator. So big.
Enough to blow up like a pork truck kind of area.
Oh yeah, like pork
Yeah.
truck size.
So it wouldn't destroy the entire dome, but we wouldn't
It'd be a bag bada boom.
want to be that close.
It'd be
Anyone
a
in
bad,
this
a
room,
bad scene for anybody in this room, right?
Yeah.
anyone in this room would be toast.
Assuming it's still in this room when it goes kaboom.
Hold it. It grabbed my jetpack when I flung my yeah. Okay, so it's holding on to the jetpack at the moment.
Yeah, it's just got
Oh.
it casually in one hand.
I don't know if you're going where I imagined you were going.
I'm kind of wondering what if we remotely activate the jetpack and just try to launch it straight up so that it blows up farther away. I guess remind me what in your vision, what was it that would cause it to blow up?
Certainly, I know if this bot did not complete its mission within a fortnight, kaboom. But also, I'm sure there's some way to tinker with it. If we had a mechanic, that would probably be real helpful at this juncture.
I do want to remind you though that we are the kind of crew that saved a droid that was floating in space. So this is kind of murder if you believe in droids be.
That's a good
Creature.
point. That's definitely something to think about.
You know, I manslaughter at most though, right? Because the droid is actively threatening us right now, and we're just retaliating.
Sure. I just wanted to
There's
throw
a
it out
way to free it. There's a way to make it possibly not a bomb.
And do you think that would then make it not hostile towards everyone because it doesn't?
Well,
have
it's
to carry out
doing this like it's doing this because if it doesn't do it, it explodes. So if we remove that pressure, it might, I don't know, just be a mine supervisor.
It's
And-
an interesting idea.
Last point, it evidently, like with either the buzz droids indirectly or itself, has killed 8 of the miners, so you have been told. Just like want to make sure that point's also
Yeah.
clear.
I mean, I wouldn't feel any worse killing it than I would, Twi'lek
Same.
that has killed 8 people, but or any better rather, the similar regretted loss of life. But if we cannot kill it, that's even nicer. So I do have this fun trick that once per session I can explain how I learned a useful trick back in the day and take advantage on a relevant roll. So I can do something surprising. But I don't know that I really want to run towards this thing. Be like, I'm going to go ahead and take the bomb out of its head. So if anybody else wants to act first, I'm okay hacking and coughing on the ground for a little bit as I kind of sputter out like, there's a bomb. It's being as coerced as the miners are.
There's a
trying to
bomb.
give that much information.
There's a bomb in the droid, Seth.
Cortex. Good plan, Orana.
So
Tactical droid. We've got you surrounded. You're not going to win this in a firefight, but we know about the bomb. Surrender and we'll try to remove it.
I do think you're going to need to be convincing here. It does not think that you have quite the upper hand that you actually do. Turn on the charm.
Is it possible I
Or-
could pitch you on this being enforcer? If I make it more about like, yeah, I yell,
You tell a rabble to get in line. Roll
yeah,
plus
buzz
tough.
droids, stand down. tactical droid. We can help you. Stop fighting us. And I'm like,
Ooh, nice.
like putting my own putting my own gun away as I try to do this. And is that cool to roll that
I
and see what
like it.
happens?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so I'm gonna try and make an enforcer roll here. 2d6, and it is a 7 plus my tough is an 8.
All right. So on Enforcer with a 7 to 9, there are murmurs of dissent and the gang may fall apart when pressed. But on a hit, they hop to it. This is not directed to the PC, so that part doesn't apply. And the droid says,
How is it that you are aware of the Cortex bomb placed inside my carapace?
We are aware of a lot of things. Do you think we would have come in here if we hadn't gotten a sense of all the angles first? Just completely bluffing at this point.
I had not considered your competency.
We're the crew of the Belden Might. We know our stuff.
If the buzz droids do cease their attack, what will you do to resolve my predicament?
We found our buddy Tui floating in space, who managed to put him together, and now he's part of the crew. If you'll trust us, we'll try and take that bomb out and leave you as intact as before.
and then the buzz droids all kind of hover back, and a couple of them collapse into the little balls and drop to the deck. And it appears that the droid is going to give in. That is when the elevator comes up and a bunch of angry miners come spilling out. So what do you do?
Arano, you're the one who's actually good at negotiating.
Yeah.
Look at Kai's response.
Wait,
That's great.
I could cause a
They
lot
all
of
look
trouble.
at you. Step up, Arana.
Right.
There he is. And they come pushing forward, and now they're trying to stream around you, Sath and Zyrus, to tackle this droid with its bomb in its head. Orana, what do you do?
So okay, I leap in front of the droid. I put my arms out, and I'm like, this droid is as much as a slave as the Besh company made you a slave. It is here on threat of destruction, and it has stood down. We have won. We will take care of it. It will leave. And as a representative of the Besh family, I will negotiate your indentured servitude away.
I think it is time for you to engage your negotiator move. When you mind your manners and navigate a social situation involving multiple NPCs, roll plus warm.
Okay.
Don't forget, folks can help you.
Who's leading up? Do we have a name for the person leading the rebellious miners?
Yeah, it is Naboo, the guy with 4 eyes. He's at E8.
Naboo, not to be confused with the planet of Naboo.
No, it's G and A. BU. Gnabu. Here, I'll put an apostrophe and then we can tell for sure. Now it's Gnabu.
Okay.
Hey.
Wow.
Yes. Oh, wow. 5, a 6, and a 2. That is an 11. That is deliciously powerful. On a hit, they've got, on a hit, they are shamefaced, taken aback, or utterly wrong-footed.
What? No.
No,
No,
I keep reading the wrong things. Dang it. Crew roll.
That would be the
I was like, that makes no sense. Sorry. On a hit, you charm or beguile someone of your choice. Yeah, I like that. So, and you don't have to worry about someone seething with jealousy or resentment. Please stand down. That is the greatest. So, yeah, Gnabu, who is a alien species to be named later, because if every new director of a Star Wars movie can make their own new alien species, by darny, so can I. Also, I thought the picture of a dude with 4 eyes was neat. Anyway, they look around and the buzz droids aren't attacking. The tactical droid looks at them.
Orana Besh is not lying. She has offered to remove the Cortex bomb, and in exchange, I will exit the premises.
All right.
We'll need to get you to the medical bay.
We can bring the medical bay to us, and Pack will flip a couple switches on the mic and go, Tui, the droids are stand down. Bring her in.
Understood, Captain. I am more than happy.
So we do another like Lucas style wipe, and yeah, I just want to see how this removing a Cortex bomb goes off.
It goes off. Don't use those words.
Oops.
Language. Does it make sense for me to try this? Like, I know a little bit about the bomb, and I do have my secret ability that I can call up.
Yeah, this is not exactly medical procedure conventionally understood. So I can assist, but it's a little different from my normal medical stuff. It's more about a little bit of mechanical know-how.
I'm really curious what you did in the past that gives you advantage.
So am I.
He used to build pod racers on his junk planet.
It's so bad I almost like it. So let's see, it would be something mechanical. Oh my goodness. I don't know enough about Kifu to really talk about if that's my home planet, but I'm picturing it something like tinkering with some like a really quotidian, like a moisture farm kind of thing or something like that. But
Yeah,
just like
that's fine.
Knowing the mechanical nitty gritty of some things mixed in with, yeah, I learn things by touching them, so I'm improving as I go with this. I don't know what move it should be. If it's a void thing.
I was thinking about that too. It could be a void thing, certainly. It could be keeping it together. It also could be a like tilt your head and squint your eyes like shooting womp rats because it's an impossible shot. I don't know.
Wouldn't that be patch something up? A device, a person, relationship, roll plus warm on a
there
hit,
you
you
go.
stabilize the target.
That feels like the right move.
No,
Thank
why
you.
did you mention that? Plus warm. Okay.
Your warm's one, and you get an advantage on this.
Oh, and I just assumed I had a condition marked on that because I have 50% conditions, but I don't.
You're shaken and addled, but you're not chilly.
No. I don't have a lot going for me, but I got that. And that's something. All right. So I'm going to roll with advantage and a +1. Let's see.
Good luck.
And just a little bit of fictional setting. Like I think Xyrus is there, Chewie is there, but I think nobody else is around. Like we have found an empty spot where if this goes wrong, we're all carked, but everyone else will be okay. And there won't be like We're not going to blow through the biodome or anything or any.
Do not worry, Sathrin Gov. If you fail and I am exploded, I never really live.
Not how we see it, do we?
Oh. I like your version better.
You'll have plenty of years to come around to it.
In that case, please do not fail or I will die.
I put my hand on Dewey and say, "We'll all die, buddy. We'll all die."
Together.
But
Well,
not
Pack and all
today.
right now. Yeah, they'll be fine. All right, so we're doing a 3d6.
You got this, kid.
Adding 1. Okay. So taking the best. So it's a
4 and a 4.
9. It's a 9.
It's a 9.
But
okay.
Do you want me to push that up for you?
Yeah, I feel like you're assisting, so that makes great sense.
Yeah. I'm happy to spend an edge just to like put a steadying hand on Seth's shoulder, like hand him the droid scalpel when he needs it handed to him, and otherwise be a supportive presence.
Nice. So on a hit, you've stabilized the target. You and anyone you're patching up can regain an edge or unmark a condition.
Oh, you and anyone. That's
Yes.
It always benefits you to patch things up.
It's a clever piece of design in case you're a little selfish. Which one? I feel like getting rid of conditions is probably better. Yeah. I will be less shaken. This is very steadying to me to be like, wow, this is all going exactly the way I envisioned it.
Nice. And
Mopping the brow.
Seth, you get the feeling as you are removing that. And it's basically like, imagine a thermal detonator, right? That's just been, they removed the covering and put a bunch of nodes inside it to tie it into this thing. And there were a couple fail-safes so the thing couldn't just open up his chest and get it out. But you circumvent all of that, sensing it. There's something special about what was done here that really only you, Seth, could understand. And as you're removing it and you realize, oh, maybe Zyrus moves up, close the carapace of the thing's chest. And that psychometry that you have gives you the feeling that the person, the being who put this in here, Dalma Kell, is close.
Dun, dun, dun. I feel like I would hand this to Pack. I mean, we would know that you're like, you come from a species that is well versed in these. If that's okay with you, I don't want to.
You're handing me the bomb?
I mean, it's just a thermal detonator. You've handled these before.
Yeah, we walk triumphantly out of the ship, and
So yeah, you've removed the explosive device, but it's still an explosive device. You need me to defuse it. Yeah,
this is not. It's not a. There's something about this, and I don't know how I know it, but its creator is close. We need to take care of business and get out of here with TA.
Let me see it. Does this count as scan your surroundings? No, because none of those questions really apply.
I mean, are you asking where's the greatest danger?
Right here.
Got the whole
Yeah.
world in my hands.
What do you want to have happen? Are you just like
What are you
dismantling
hoping
it,
for?
Well, I was hoping for a scene with Orana actually after the fight in the thing and her, standing up and making an agreement for her whole family.
So let's do that before
Okay.
they come out with the detonator
Yeah.
and you defuse it. Which, by the way, I'm not even sure we'll put that to a roll. I think it's
Yeah,
just,
Right,
it seems
yeah,
like
it's
it's
just a
just
thing.
part
You're
of it.
supposed to start. Oh yeah, you just click that, then that.
Yeah. So I think Pack has maybe I think one of the miners has given Pack a death stick. And so Pack is at the base of the ramp while they're doing this surgery, right? And he's smoking the death stick. Is Arana what is Arana doing at the base of the ship? Oh, you're muted.
I think she's muted. Oh wait, that's me. Thank you. I think she's pensive. I think she's probably just staring at the ground, staring at her boots at this point, trying to think things through. But she's standing there with you, like leaning against. So I imagine like it's got one of those drawbridge style openings that you turns into like a ramp on the way out, and it's got the arms that would pull it back up. So she's just leaning against one of the arms that would pull the hatch back up.
And I think Pack might notice that you're leaning with your good side, right? Because the droid shot you in the other side.
Oh yeah.
You want me to take a look at that, Orana?
Well, Zyrus is the medic, right? I guess I was just waiting on him. You know much about surviving blaster shots? Or laser welders or whatever?
I think Pack lets out whatever the grand equivalent of a laugh would be. It's and he trying to think what other part of Pack is injured. No, I think Pack might gesture to the full arm, and just be like, yeah, I've been in a couple scrapes. I've been in a couple scrapes fighting for something I thought I believed in.
So she you're a little bit shorter than her, right? Like
No, Grands are actually really tall. They're like 8 feet tall. They're huge.
oh shit. I've been
They're well, I'm like, yeah, 8 feet. Hold on. I don't know. They're tall. They're big.
I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah.
So she unzips the suit a little bit and pulls down the shoulder to show it to you. I didn't know I believed in it until I said it, though.
Usually goes that way. And then I guess I'm trying to hit that battle scars thing again. I have to share though how I got my scar, right? And so Pack, as he like takes out just like a back to spray, right? It's not going to take much. But he goes, yeah. I was at what was that the sport that happened on Coruscant, the racquetball something.
Oh,
It doesn't matter. I was at this sporting event, and this junkie, he pulled out a thermal detonator, middle of a crowd. I've never hit the gas pedal so quickly without thinking. I walked away. My partner wasn't so lucky. And now we roll. Plus warm, which is 2, 1, 2. Oh, but with disadvantage. Trying to get rid of that. Trying to get rid of that. All right. It's a 6 plus 2 is an 8. Wrong move. The 7 and 9, it's costly to let your guard down, lose an edge. But on a hit, we both clear or unmark up to 2 conditions. So yeah, I'm not sure.
I think
Pack,
that works, right?
yeah, I don't think Pack has shared that with even Xyrus.
So Arana replies, did your partner have a choice?
No.
The trust we give each other, it's more powerful than what people believe. We put our lives in each other's hands. We expect to come out on the other side. These people put their trust in my family. My family did the right thing, but I don't know if it was for the right reasons. I don't know if I can do what I promised. But Karkit, I have to try.
Yep. Yes, we do.
But first, we need to find out who's sending tactical droids to mining colonies and prevent that from ever happening again. Who knows how many lives will be destroyed the next time something gets sent.
Do you trust that kid?
I do. I did. I pushed him into the hands of fate, and he brought us the answers we needed.
Try pushing him a little harder next time. I mean, and Pack says that as a joke because it all came out okay. He's not trying to dig you.
Gotcha. I think we will be pushing him harder and harder in the days coming forward. I hope he sees it as our help and our love and not disdain. Oh God, is this thing going to blow up or not?
And I think that's when Xyrus comes down with the thing. And I'm just going to frame it with Xyrus because I have a thing. But yeah, Xyrus, you come out. Pack, you're the explosive expert. You sure enough know how to deactivate a thermal detonator, even though the housing has been removed from it.
Let's shut this down, Captain. Kid did good.
Yeah, Pack takes it apart with surprising ease. Yeah.
You need patching up next, Besh? Oh, you're muted.
Muted.
Why do I even mute myself? She just nods and says, please.
So if you're coming with me, you know back towards the med bay, I'll say, how do you think your family's going to feel about the promises you made here.
I'm gonna have to struggle to even get them to. What's the phrase she would say? I'm gonna have to struggle to have them think I'm even serious about this. I push back on them at every turn. I deny so many things, and now I'm coming back and demanding things out of them. They're gonna laugh in my face. They're gonna laugh quite a bit. But I think
oh, do you have more?
yeah, just one more. I was like, I think if we bring them the knowledge that we've taken care of this, it'll get my foot in the door. And that's all she has to say about that.
And Cyrus will nod.
So we cut back to Sath. You're there with Tui. Cyrus has taken the bomb out to be diffused, and the tactical droid TA-175 sits up.
You performed better than expected. I fully expected the cessation of our existences.
Yeah, that was definitely on the table. how are you feeling?
I do not have feelings. I am functional.
All systems clear, everything green. I mean, I can't imagine
I could use an oil bath, but otherwise I am functional.
somebody was inside of you messing with who you are. That can't have been pleasant or good or right. Who is this guy, Dalma Call?
Dalma Kull is a Sith pureblood. The crystals he was having me search for. I believe, though he did not tell me specifically, there was something within them.
A Sith put that in you. We need to get the Druck out of here now, too. We get the ship ready.
And yeah, Tui will start to leave, and that's when the tactical droid like opens up its hand, and you see inside like the little gears kind of moving around, a little bit of a flash to like Luke Skywalker when they did the testing on the hand, except it's the flip side. But you see that there's this small bright red crystal, and it reaches and it takes the crystal, and the TA droid offers it to you.
Should I take it now or should I wait till next time?
Oh man, I think that's the perfect ending for this session. We have a little bit of a John Williams swell of music at the end, and that will be the official end of this second session of the Plutonian Shore.
There are end of session moves, or there is that end of session.
Yes,
move,
there are,
and I'd love to see that go off here.
Yeah, that's why at first I was like, oh, but we have more time. And I said, oh, but wait, there's the end of session thing. So let's do that.
Real quick, do I get a trust token or attention token from Orana for our scene?
Yeah, I'm not muted this time. Yeah, I was side chatting with Alexi on that. So I've been holding back because I keep expecting a move to tell me to do it, or something like that. And it looks like it does it at the end of session as well. But yeah, no, I think we both opened up to each other. So if you don't have a token from me, please take a truth token.
I was thinking I would give Xyrus trust for our operation, but I think I already have, so I can't double trust you on that.
Yeah, I'm set from you until I get the get something from the ship in advance.
But if anybody wants to give me anything, I'm empty. I've got 2 columns of blanks.
I think
Well, now that you've successfully taken the thing out of his head, I think I would give you a trust token.
well, maybe I'm jumping ahead. Is this basically the end of
That
session
might be the
move then?
move, yeah.
We're
Yeah, we're doing your sessions.
Okay.
Yeah, let's follow that according to whatever it says then.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. At the end of each session, each crewmate and the GM as the ship should choose name a crewmate you feel closer to and give them a trust token. Name a crewmate who's stressing you out and give them a tension token. Altogether, the crew will also answer some questions, which is ship related. So let's start off with, we'll let Alexi, since you developed the move and you're also on the leftmost side, you get to start. Name a crewmate you feel closer to and a crewmate who's stressing you out.
Oh, my read is we choose one or the other. So I will.
Oh, I didn't see an or.
Oh,
So I will. That's fine. Cool.
I'm going to give a trust to. I'm going to give a trust to Seth. No, let's see. I gave one to Orana earlier, and I feel like that that holds, even though she's advanced. I'm gonna do it with Sath because we had that last scene with doing our robot surgery and working well together.
Nice. That's really cool. Let's move to Greg for Pat Creech.
Oh,
Creech.
I want to give out tokens to everyone, but of all, I think I'm going to take trust. I'm going to give a trust token to Orana. Oop, that did not stay within the.
If you
or somebody
copy,
can edit that down, or something. I'm afraid of breaking the spreadsheet. But yeah, two.
if you just undo that, I can post a small one in there, or somebody just fixed it.
Yeah, perfect.
Yay. Technology.
And then Keith, you're up.
Yeah, I'm excited to swap around because before I had done a tension with Orana, and now I want to give her a trust because that whole speech was like, dang, she's got our backs.
That was cool. So that means that Orana you'll be putting trust by Sath.
Got it. All right. All right.
And
cool.
then Kai, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna give trust to Sath for defusing a bomb.
You pay off.
My other hard choice was I kind of wanted to give tension to Sath because with frightening skill, they removed the bomb from
yeah, you might legitimately feel
unnerving
stressed
skill.
out
Yes.
by this stowaway who's got all these quirky powers, huh?
All right, and now we get to ask a couple of questions.
Well,
Altogether,
the GM does his thing as the ship too.
oh right.
What's the boat think?
Yeah.
What
What
is-
does the ship think?
And what's funny is like I think I'm going to use Tui as like the personality of the ship in a way.
Hmm.
So I think Sath is stressing the ship out because you just pulled a bomb out of a giant robot in the middle of me. And also like, yeah, I think that's it.
Although my intention was not to do it in the ship. Like we were
Oh.
taking Tui out of the ship to an empty space.
Oh,
But,
I
like-
totally misunderstood. I thought all of this was taking place in the med bay because of, I don't know, reasons, tech, limiting
That's-
number of sets used. So if you wanted to reframe it, then that'd probably change my answer.
Well, I mean, it could still be I put TUI at risk, and the same like I'm harboring an unknown quality. Like I think a slight reframe, the tension still works.
Okay, yeah, tension to Seth.
Making sure there's some tension in there and we're not all just trusting each other all over the place.
Of course. And then altogether, the crew should answer both of these questions. The first one, did you prove useful to a faction?
Yeah.
What are our factions again?
Your factions, which is in ship advancement, are Zinja's Empire, the New Republic, the Intergalactic Banking Clan, and the Mining Oligarchy.
I mean, mining, right? Didn't they want us to do this thing that we did?
Yeah,
I don't know if we gained their trust.
I just wonder a little about whether we're going to mark tension with them because Arana is trying to free all their workers.
I'm thinking we might have worked tension with Zinja's Empire.
Hmm.
If that's tied, if Zinja's Empire is tied in any way to Dalma, no, I don't know if that's
Domlacol?
yeah, or if
That
that's
would be
completely
fun.
separate thing, then that's a completely separate thing. But I
No.
figured that was kind of like
I think
intertwined.
you and I are on the same page, Greg.
Yeah,
You guys
okay.
dial things up for a faction. You take a tension token with Zinja's Empire. And proving useful to a faction. I think at the end of this session, you have freed the miners.
I mean, have we freed
Did
the
your
miners?
job.
Oh, got it. Freed them from the droid.
Yeah.
You freed the miners. Sorry, you have freed the miners from the threat of the military droid. Therefore, until other words are spoken or other things happen, this faction is positively inclined towards you, and therefore they trust you. The mining oligarchy now has trust.
All right, that's great.
Can
Now we
end
just
up
need
in
to mix things up with the New
courtrooms.
Republic and the Intergalactic Banking Clan,
That's
and
all you got to do.
yeah, and the ship will
And
advance.
they do have
Go
they
mess
do
with
have
some
work
other
for you.
people.
Yeah, and you do need to get paid. I'm very excited about the get paid. I love get paid moves. They are fun.
Job moves, right? Yeah, there we go.
Good. So let's continue forward. We've got a few more minutes, and I want to keep this on recording in case there's any playtest related feedback. If you have anything personal hatred towards me, save for after the recording, okay? But we'll start off with wishes so that we can end with stars. Let's start from the right-hand side of the character keeper, which means Kai. You get to go first. We start with wishes. So what wishes do you have from this session? It could be, I look forward to these things happening, or it also can be, I wish I had a better understanding of X or Y, remembering it being a play test, so that feedback is useful.
Sure. So I got a wish that I want to see us tangle with Del McCall. I think that's an awesome story. I have a wish to see the NPC in column I, row 8 of your NPC sheet. They really intrigue me. I was talking on the side with Alexi. I don't know if other people needed it, but if I had a basic move that said, whenever someone invokes trust or creates tension, give them a token. That way I didn't feel like I had to wait for a move to tell me that I could hand out these tokens. Or specifically, I do need a move telling me that I can hand out these tokens. Like
kind of like the way it mentions influence and masks. Like at any time you can, it's
I
understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like I hand out things that are like when you were told just to hand them out freely. I never know when to do it. I never when is it enough, that kind of thing. So.
And conversely, I worry about too much because like you could sort of power game it, right? Since that's advancement, be like, I trust you. Congratulations on your level.
Right. So, cool.
Yeah, that is something I have written down about, a little more guidance, a little more help for players there. So that's much appreciated.
Okay,
Thanks,
those
Kai.
are my wishes. Yep.
Okay, good. Then we'll move to the last, which means Keith, you get to wish it up.
Role-playing wise, I would like some time on the ship, since the Belden Might is like mechanically tied to us. And also I just like ships as characters. I would like to get a chance to interact with it and see a bit of the personality. And I think similar to what Kai was saying, as far as the trust and the tension, I was like, felt like I felt a little squicky trying to be like, can I please have your tokens? And I think if there's a little more written down, I wouldn't feel like as oily trying to earn those from people. Be like, well, you clearly just showed trust, so I'm going to mark this box.
Thank you very much. And then do you have any mechanics? Or sorry, you did both already. So
Well, I had one, but it's clear that you were already on the way there. I was like, I want to, I can't remember who suggested it, but someone seeing Sath touch a lightsaber for the first time would be amazing. But I feel like we're in a very close to that at the next moment of action.
I do what I can. Sweet. Thanks, Keith. Greg.
I am looking forward. I wish, I guess, to all of the job moves. I'm very interested to see how all of those kick off. And I will echo the same one. I want to see the ship more a little bit. I think this is the mission we were on. We left the ship. But I think it's a little challenging to get the advancement token from the ship, because it's hard to be where very much I can look at this list and go, like, at the end of that session I was like, I really need to get some token for Arana, whether I'm going to angle for trust because that's the kind of person Pack is, but I'd go for tension either way. Like where that very easily cues up to me as a player, hey, make a scene with this person and push them trust or tension. It's harder to do that with a ship, besides just like caressing the ship, or I don't know what to do. Fix up the ship. I know, like, and I think we just maybe haven't fictionally gotten to that point, but that's a harder thing to do every session where it's very straightforward to go, oh, I need to have a scene with Xyrus now.
You're asking Rich to beat up our ship more, so we actually have to,
pretty much.
Yeah.
I'll just hard frame it in. Note to self: hard frame them into damaged ship, and then tell them it's their fault. The players
start Mandalorian style with it just on fire. Like that's
I thought maybe I'd just do it like the Razor Crest season 2, like that.
Yep. Yeah. Don't blow up Pack's ship though. That two
What?
things blowing up.
What?
Break his little heart. Okay.
I'll shoot you like a
I think that's
pork
it.
truck.
Yep.
Thank you very much, Craig. That's good feedback. Thank you. And now it is Alexi for wishes.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm on the same page with folks. Chance to see some stuff going on the ship, going on to the ship, going on with the job moves. And I guess keep putting NPCs in front of us for me to say they're old friends, and we'll find out if they're the type of old friends who want to kill me. Maybe I'll actually succeed with that role in the future. Who knows? But I want more chances to keep rolling it. Ooh, including maybe with Arana's family by the time we turn up, because that could be interesting.
Oh, they're waiting for you at Black Orchid, which is the next place I assume you guys go to get paid. So yes, very much into that. Very much.
Nice.
And one more thing, Lexi pointed it out in the chat that I took Lucky Charm as my crew role, and that says roll advantage to approach a space oddity. I don't know if Bowie's out there, but we need to meet Bowie. No, we just something strange or weird would trigger that move.
Cool. Alexi, did you have any more before I want to make sure you're done with wishes. Did you have any other wishes?
I got my wishes out. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'd like to throw out a wish, which is basically an apology. I did not go over safety tools with you guys at the beginning of the session. I know we've all played together, but I do feel that that's a really good kind of gaming hygiene thing that I do, even though it takes up a little bit of time at the top. And so I just want to apologize for not doing that. And so, yeah, there's that. So now on to stars. And Alexi, we do it in snake order, which means you went last with wishes. You get to go first with stars.
Yeah, I loved that that this NPC who turned up had a terribly complicated history with me, and that and Greg suggested the like
Captured, and in some ways that dovetailed perfectly with the
am I coming through all right? My computer's giving me
It was as if your headset mic switched to maybe your laptop mic and then back again, but you're okay.
Okay. I loved, big star to everyone for the pretend to get captured plan, and for the way that dovetailed with my, tense history with the NPC.
Awesome. That was very fun. When you whipped that move out, I was like, oh no, this is not expected. I'm happy. Good. Greg, you're up. What stars did you have?
Oh man, Orana is so cool. And Kai, you are playing the crap out of her. The speech to get the miners to not kill the droid was awesome. And then our scene at the end was also awesome, to the point where I was like, I guess it's a trust token. I don't know. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks, Greg. And now Keith.
I loved that mechanically we got to use a bunch of our moves, including like the playbook and the crew roll moves. It was fun to see that hitting off and working with the narratives. And as last time, everybody did an amazing job with the yes and. And I felt like there was one moment where we weren't quite sure what to do. And I think a lot of groups, it would have died out with well, we could do this, we could do that. And Kai's like, I just trip you. And we get going. I'm like, yes, do that. I don't care what happens. It's going to be fun.
That was great.
And a special shout out for that speech about the Besh family. I was like, oh, damn. And you were saying like, I'm not good at this persuading thing. Like, I feel like I want to be, don't even roll. Just that worked. That was awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, Rich, you're the muted one.
I know. Yeah. Kai, bring us home.
Oh, okay. Apropos to be mute to talk when I'm trying to talk. Gosh. So I really liked the wide-eyed wonder, and then I'm like, well, this is just a small colony, and then Cyrus is like, let the kid have his thing. Like, I liked that little tiny moment. I thought that was a crystalline connection there. I'm really seeing more of who Pack is, and that whole thing about did your partner that died have a choice? That I know that's what I said, but like you led me to it, and it just I liked that a lot. And Rich, I love your voices for the droids. That really takes it to the next level. But yeah, you really rolled with things. You can go harder next time. If I tell you that I've been shellacked, you can go a lot harder than just laser.
Okay.
So put me into.
I almost cut off your arm.
Okay.
Yeah. Like there was a moment where I was like, and the buzz droid cuts off your arm, but it never left my mouth. But that was where my brain
could be like a crew thing. We all have one bionic arm.
Right. So that's
4 sessions.
I know I've got more, but that's what comes to mind.
Okay. I wasn't trying to cut you off. I was just trying to be a dork and make a joke.
Yep.
Good. Thank you all so much for participating in the second session. I'm very excited for our third, and then our final sessions. Excited and also like, I don't know if I'm going to be satisfied with 4 sessions kind of feel. So we're going to have to hit it hard to make sure that we put these characters at least somewhat to bed, or at least a, season ender. We'll see. We'll bring it to a close. Thank you all again. And I'll go ahead and stop the recording